On the night of December 20th, 1980, 19-year-old Jean Hillard's car hit a ditch. She tried to walk for help, but she was later found in the morning in the front yard of a local cattle rancher, frozen solid as a log. On that night, Jean had gone into town and met some friends and then headed home about midnight. She took a shortcut on an icy gravel road just south of Langby. Her dad's Ford Ltd had rear-wheel drive, but no anti-lock brakes. As such, she would slide into a ditch. Broken down, with no way to contact the outside world, Jean knew a guy down the road, so she began walking toward his house. It was 20 below that night, and she was wearing cowboy boots. As she kept walking, Jean described herself as frustrated rather than scared. 2 miles in, after her walk had started, she finally saw her friend's house through the trees. Then, everything went black. Hillard doesn't remember what happened next. Friends told her she made it to her friend's yard, tripped, and crawled on her hands and knees to his doorstep. They said she laid there for 6 straight hours with her eyes frozen wide open. Cattle rancher Wally Nelson would then take Hillard to the hospital. Doctors at the Foston Hospital did not expect Hillard to live. They couldn't even get an IV into her frozen arm and kept breaking needles. They thought she was dead already, but decided to warm her up anyway with heating pads. By mid-morning, shockingly, Hillard woke up in spasms. By noon, she was talking again and coherently. In half a day, Jean had gone from a block of ice to a scared teenager worrying about her dad finding out his car was in the ditch. The details seem pretty miraculous, although University of Minnesota professor David Plummer says this kind of thing can happen. As he explains, as a person cools down, their blood flow slows way down and their body requires less oxygen. It's like a form of hibernation. If their blood flow increases at the same rate as their body warms up, they can recover. The strange part of Hillard's case, he said, is where she made her recovery and when. Today, doctors use a special device that pumps the patient's blood through a heater, warming their vital organs from the inside. In 1980 at the hospital, all they used were some heating pads and a lot of prayers. Today, Jean Hillard has no lingering health issues from the ordeal and has gone on to live a normal life.